Hello everybody and welcome to another tutorial. In this tutorial we'll be learning how we are supposed to print the first 10 numbers of the Fibonacci sequence. So the Fibonacci sequence looks something like this. So in our program what we will be doing is we'll be taking two variables a and initializing it to 0 and b and initializing it to 1. And the rest of the variables will be in this series will be generated by adding a and b, and then swapping the values of a with b and b with c. So in the first case, a is 0 and b is 1. We'll print a 0 and b 1. These are the first two terms of the Fibonacci sequence. And after that, the third number, that is 1, will be printed by it will be created by adding a and b together and then printing the value of c. After this, we need to generate the fourth term of the Fibonacci sequence. So to do that, what we'll be doing is swapping the values of a and b and c. So a becomes 1 and b also becomes 1, and so by adding a and b together we get 2, and after that 2 is printed. In the next step, the values of a is swapped with b and the value of b is interchanged with c. So a becomes 1 and b becomes 2, and so on adding a with b we get 3. And in the next step we swap the values of a and b one more time, and b with c yet once again. So a becomes 2 and b becomes 3, and on adding the values of a and b together we get 5. So if we proceed like this, we will be able to generate all the terms of the Fibonacci sequence. So let us take a look at the code that we'll be using for this program. So here we are in Eclipse. I've already copied and pasted the code in Eclipse. So we are using a file name called fibo1.java. Notice that the file name fibo1.java, that is the name fibo1 in the file name, is the same as the name of the class, that is fibo1. So here, as I said earlier, we have initialized a to 0 and b to 1, and we have taken another variable c which doesn't have any value at the beginning. And in the first step we are printing the values of a and b, which are the first two terms of the Fibonacci sequence. And when we are starting the for loop, notice that we are starting the for loop from 3, and the loop will continue to iterate until and unless it exceeds 10, so that we can display the first 10 numbers of the Fibonacci sequence. So you may ask that why are we starting from 3 rather than from 1? That is because we've already printed the first two terms of the Fibonacci sequence, that is a0 and b1. So we do not need to start the loop from 1 because we have already printed the first two terms. So in order to be able to print from the third term onwards, we are starting the loop from I equals to 3. So c is being generated, that is the Fibonacci sequence is being generated by adding the values of a and b and storing it in the variable c. And once the value of c is generated, we are printing it using a standard print statement, and then we swap the values of a and b and c, and this goes on and on until and unless the value of I becomes 11. After that the loop terminates. So let me just hit run and see what happens. So here we are with all the terms of the Fibonacci sequence. So as we have configured the loop to run from 3 to 10, so it has displayed the first 10 numbers of the Fibonacci sequence. So with this I have reached the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed watching this. Have a nice day everyone, and take care.